Hello friends, Sean from Draft Therapy here, and on today's review for you, I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Heart Full of Napalm is a 10.5% double IPA from Tapistry Brewing in Bridgman, Michigan. This week is a bit of a Lake Michigan brewing tour on my channel as I'm reviewing this double IPA, and on Thursday I'll have an Imperial IPA from Greenbush Brewing, which is just about about a 10-minute drive from Tapestry Brewing, and they're right near the whole craft beer explosion that's going on near Benton Harbor, Michigan, which I really need to go and check out during a long weekend. I used to go to Western Michigan University in Kalamazoo, and on occasion when we would drive to Chicago, we'd see Benton Harbor. What we never ended up stopping, that was like 20 years ago. So craft beer in Benton Harbor wasn't as big then as it is now, so it definitely warrants a trip. But anyways, this week is going to be another IPA heavy week on the channel, and they're starting to grow on me a little bit, I have to be honest. This is my first ever Tapestry beer. Never had one before, and I've seen it all over my local stores, so I figured, when I saw that Tapestry was re-releasing this Heart of Napalm on Instagram, I figured there was no better time than right now to check it out and dive in. So I'm going to try to get my camera to focus on this a little bit better. This is what the can looks like. It's probably a little bit difficult to see, but it has this heart on it, and it says limited release here on the bottom, brewed in Michigan on the top, has the address. But yeah, it's like a heart in basically flames and smoke in the background. Has the Tapestry Brewing logo. There we go. You can read that, hopefully. And here's a little description. Tapestry says, combining artistry and chemistry, Tapestry Brewing Company is committed to our customers. Our goal is to create consistent quality handcrafted beers focused on style, located a mile from Lake Michigan. Bridgman is where we call home. Stop in and enjoy. And hopefully soon on my next little beercation with my buddies, I will be stopping in Bridgman. So let's open it up and see what we think. No handy dandy bottle opener today. Another can. I think I've actually been opening more cans than I have bottles, which is really kind of weird. I don't generally drink out of cans or get cans, but I have been lately. Oh, and by the way, this is my Draft Horse Brewing glass from Draft Horse Brewery in South Lyon, Michigan. If it's not Lyon, it's South Lyon. It's Lyon Township or New Hudson, but it's right off 96 at the New Hudson exit. And let's give this a smell. Okay, it's kind of, again, hoppy, obviously. Let's pour this. It has like some citrus notes to it. It's got a nice amberish IPA, typical IPA color. It's a little hazy, not too much. I can easily see through it. It's got kind of a citrusy IPA, hoppy kind of smell to it, but it smells kind of malty too. And this is a double IPA. So yeah, there's like a real hint of a malty kind of whiff in there that I'm getting, but I'm not. Just a kind of little bit of a smell. Let's give it a taste and see what we think. Okay. It's thick. Got a thick feeling in the mouth, which I feel like I've been saying a lot of, but I've also been trying the same kind of beers over and over. IPAs. Wow, it's got this real kind of kick to it. You can kind of... It's hoppy, it's bitter. You get this malty kind of taste to it, kind of a caramel taste. It actually reminds me a little bit Reminds me a little bit of like a Bell's Two Hearted, which I've said before. If you watched any of my other videos, I've said Two Hearted is my like go-to. That's my standard IPA if I'm just drinking an IPA. As a matter of fact, today I drank probably a few Two Hearteds, and that was my go-to. It's good. It's always good. It's always the same, always consistent. And this is really very similar. But it's got a little bit more of a bitterness to it, a little bit more of a bitter bite. The bitterness kind of lingers a little bit longer than Two Hearted does. Two Hearted, man, that's a really good comparison because they're really similar. Two Hearted seems like it goes down a little bit quicker. You have a little bit of an aftertaste. You have that. It has a little bit of a malty bite to it, but the malt is a little bit more forefront in this, and the bitterness of the hops is a little bit stronger than Bell's Two Hearted. Yeah, if I take a big gulp of it, I do get the again, the caramel, the malty kind of flavor to it. It's good. It's different. I was expecting something to be, I mean, 10.5%. So for me, I know 10.5%, it's pretty high. You know, when I go to breweries, usually I'm the guy that gets like, I'll look at the menu, at the tap list, and I'll see the stuff that is actually like lower alcohol content, just because, you know, I want to try a few of the things. I generally don't get flights. I usually just get full pints, and lately I've been getting pints so I can kind of experience everything. But I'll go stick with the lower ABV beers. And that's just because, you know, so you can drink more of them. But these beers, man, lately, they mask the alcohol, the high alcohol content really well. And this is another one. I think Two Hearted is around 7%, and this is a 10%. And it is equally, I mean, you could easily toss these back and get yourself in a whole mess of trouble real quick. That is really good. Like I said, I have to keep kind of comparing it to Two Hearted because it tastes to me really similar to Two Hearted. And the thing that's really great, these come in a 4-pack, so you can only get, you know, you can hopefully only drink 4, and then you're not going to keep trying to finish off your pack. But I got this for about $12. You know, minus the Michigan deposit, but that's a pretty good deal. I mean, I bought a brewery Vivant beer the same time, and it was quite a bit more. So, I mean, you know, Vivant, you kind of expect that it's going to be a higher quality. This, like I said, I've never had a Tapistry beer before, and it's really good. I'm really looking forward to trying out some of their other stuff. I did also pick up Enigma, which I believe is their IPA brewed with brown sugar, I believe. I have it on my shelf over here, and that's one that I'm going to be trying upcoming soon because, you know, as I'm tasting more and more of these beers and focusing really on Michigan beers on this channel, there's so much stuff out there, and there's so many breweries that I didn't know existed, and there's so much good stuff. I don't know if I've reviewed a beer on here on this channel that I wouldn't say like, yeah, I'm never gonna drink that again, because everything I've drank has been so good. Everything I've tried has been so good. So yeah, wow. Let me just say this. If I had my choice between this and Two Hearted, it depends on the situation. If I'm just going to have one, I would probably just have one of these and not have a Two Hearted. If I'm going to have a few, you know, if I'm in a social setting and I'm there all day or something, I'm probably going to go with Two Hearted just because I can drink more of those over a longer period of time. Whereas with this, I'm kind of like, you put the glass in front of me. If it's full, I just drink it until it's empty, and then I get another one, and that would just get me in too much trouble with these. But it is really good. Again, if I'm just going to have one between Two Hearted and Heartful of Napalm, if I could get this as easily as I can get Two Hearted now, if I was just having one, I would probably stick with this. But if I was having multiple and they were, let's say, are both as easy to get, I would go with Two Hearted. But that's just me. So, have you had any Tapistry beers before? What other places near Benton Harbor would you suggest for craft fans like me or for other people watching this channel? Let me know in the comments below, and if you like what I'm doing here, like and subscribe to the channel for more, because I'm putting out reviews about twice a week, and I plan on doing some visits to breweries, bringing some video of that, maybe doing some video reviews of the breweries themselves to the channel. Also, if you like what you see here, you can check out my Instagram, where I'm documenting my beer hauls and the beers that I'm not reviewing on YouTube, and kind of putting some pictures out there of the beers that I am drinking on YouTube. You can also check out my blog at drafttherapy.com to read some mostly Michigan brewery reviews. I have to work on saying brewery, because it seems like I can't ever say it the right way. Mostly Michigan mostly Michigan brewery reviews that I've written. And I also have a Facebook page. It's facebook.com/drafttherapy that I'm posting more of my sneak peeks on of beers that I'm reviewing, upcoming beers that I'm reviewing. So anyways, with that, I'm Sean from Draft Therapy. Remember, drink craft beer, support your local breweries, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. Cheers.